Queer Eye. Remember? Oh, the Queer Eye is coming into your station next. Queer Eye is coming to get you. I wish they would. High marks for result of trials in new vaccine. Do you know what that is? Ibogaine. This new drug that they're putting out there is Ibogaine for white folks. Americans seeking treatment for cocaine addictions each year, 900,000. They done got the place. They done sectioned off a place in Africa in a rainforest that grows the Ibogaine tree. And the Ibogaine tree was something given to the young men to suppress or to do something with their sexual appetites during the time they were being initiated. But they found out that it also suppressed the appetites for any drugs. So that when you take Ibogaine, or what they call Ibogaine, or Ibogaine, when you take that, it stops the need for drugs. In other words, it will suppress crack habits in 2 days. The brother who had it and the white boy who wanted to bring it across, this was 10, 20 years ago, because it was down, we had that back in the days when what's his name was here? On 125th Street and 7th Avenue. Tree of Life. And they suppressed it only until now. New trials, vaccine by a British pharmaceutical. It was the Brits down there who bought up part of that rainforest. And they're taking the Ibogaine. Just to bring you up to date, people. Very quickly. Here's something you need to think about. They're playing a Greek-themed school right there in your city. There will be a Greek Hellenic Classical Charter School will be open next year. About 100 students, K3. Greek doesn't mean dancing to my big fat Greek wedding, says Mossad is executor of the Washington-based American Hellenic Education Progressive Association. Greece is the birthplace of democracy. So we're going to have a school. But they will shut down your African-based schools, like the one that was in Brooklyn, the one that was up here in Harlem. Took the funding away from that. Okay. I told you what's missing. Mothers, you're too damn stressed. And I told you that. And of course, I got cussed out. But again, it just keeps popping up. What does that say? Doctors have some advice for moms to be. Chill out for your child's sake. Women who are chronically stressed out during the middle of a pregnancy are more likely to give birth to children who will develop behavioral problems later in life, according to the researchers. The investigators found that women who were very anxious between the 12th and 22nd months of their pregnancy were more likely to have children who also were anxious and showed symptoms of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Moving right along. Get ready for your children. They're going to be chipping your children. The children now, they have children that they say they're going to chip as an experiment in Japan for over here. Watch out for a rash of kidnappings in the order of Aton Bates or Gates or Pates. Pates, right. More children will be disappeared now in order to start marketing this very soon. Over here. And what we ask, why your children are so damn dysfunctional? Because they took away certain things from your community. What was one of the things they took away from your community? We told you. Now when the tests come back from white folks, it's now fine. Music lessons cause faster rise in children's IQ. I want to move forward because we have a very big set of issues to talk about. Again, I tell you, if it's happening to the damn fish, Why isn't it happening to us? If the frogs are going gay, why ain't people going gay because of it? Water companies have been asked to examine ways to remove traces of the female contraceptive pill from sewage effluent after the publication of widespread evidence of sex changes in river fish. An environment agency survey of 1,500 fish in 42 rivers in England found more than a third of males exhibiting female characteristics. Male fish with advanced changes in their sex organs are unable to reproduce, with potentially serious implications for fish populations. Latest stage of 20-year show that the feminizing effects in fish were directly related to their exposure in effluent, in which the pill was 1,000 times more powerful than natural estrogens. Women excrete hormones naturally, and these find their way into the system. Customers pay water companies to dispose of their sewage and wastewater safely in a way that does not damage the environment. But if a woman is on the pill, her urine becomes laced with estrogen. And she flushes the toilet, it goes down into the sewage system, it filters back into the aquifer, and guess what? Gay fish. All right? Now here's something I want you to look at and look very closely at, because there's too much one-sided shit going on in the telling of what's going on in the world. We're not talking about Sudan, what's happening to our black sisters and our black brothers over there. But here's what a report said. While African women in Darfur were being raped by the Janjaweed militiamen, Arab women stood by and sang for joy, according to an Amnesty International report published yesterday. The songs of the Hakama, or the Janjaweed women, as the refugees call them, encouraged the atrocities committed by the militiamen. The women singers stirred up racial hatred against black civilians during attacks on villages in Darfur and celebrated the humiliation of their enemies, the human rights group said. They appeared to be the communicators during the attack. They are reportedly not actively involved in attacks on the people, but participate in acts of looting. Amnesty International collected several testimonies mentioning the presence of Hakama while women were being raped by the Janjaweed. The report said Hakama appeared to have directly harassed the women who were assaulted and verbally attacked them. During an attack in the village of Disa in June last year, Arab women accompanied the attackers and sang songs praising the government and scorning the black villagers. According to an African chief quoted in the report, the singers said, quote, "The blood of the blacks run like water. We take their goods and we chase them from our area, and our cattle will be in their land. The power of Sudanese President Omar Hassan al-Bashir belongs to the Arabs, and we will kill you until you end, you blacks. We have killed your God." The chief said that the Arab women also racially insulted women from the village. "You are gorillas, you are black, and you are badly dressed." Again, using rape as a tool of intimidation, because that's what they did when you see the black Muslims. When you deal with the black Muslims coming up from Africa who took Islam on, they were the sons of those whose mothers were raped, and the fathers took them from their mothers and raised them in Islam. So the niggas that you see, black as Muslim, Islam was not your religion. Christianity wasn't your religion. These were whiteified forms of your own ancient ancestral knowledge. Now, I could get into a whole lot of debate with people from different religions. Islam, Christianity, Hebrew Israelite, I don't give a damn. None of them serve, because all of them are strange and separate.